So welcome everyone to interval training and balance. So this class, we will focus primarily on the balance aspect of our body, just improving our balance. And then as far as the interval training, we'll kind of leave that towards the end of the class. And that's going to be maybe a little bit of cardio movement that requires some balance, but not too much of that. But like I said, it's just going on balance. And if people want to focus a little bit more on stretching, if there's some back pain or some shoulder work that we need to do, just make sure you guys go ahead and on the chat, share that information or unmute yourself and just speak up so I could focus on that a little bit more. But nonetheless, we're going to go ahead and go with our routine. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to go and just begin with our typical warm-up. So let's look left to right. Go up and down. Now let's do some neck circles. Neck circles. Switch directions. All right, let's put the arms up. Again, we're just trying to loosen up, especially classes at the beginning of the day. We do want to focus a little bit more on the warm-up. Lean right. On that. All right, let's go single arm windmill. And if you haven't explored the Canvas page, I added some videos on the front page earlier today, reverse. And so there's 3 videos. If you guys could complete those between now and our next session, that'd be awesome. Again, there's 3 videos, I believe 2 strength and balance videos on the switch. And there's a Tai Chi video as well. Reverse. Right, trunk rotation, so flat feet, slant turns at your trunk. All right, ab circles. So, across. Big hula hoops. And these are all been with me before. Should recognize all of these. That was supposed to stop raining by 7 p.m. last night and it's still going. Make sure your hips come out as far out behind you, to your left, forward, right, reverse, counter. And all right, so we're gonna go ahead and do our new exercises. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and begin with our low high knee march. Okay, so you guys remember those? We're gonna just go very slowly. Just bring that knee up. Switch to the other side. So the slower you do it, the better, because we're gonna have more time spent on that one foot. So if you're barefoot at home, even better, because you have less surface area. So I wouldn't necessarily do these on a yoga mat because it kind of gives weight a little bit. Maybe do it off to the side on the floor where it's nice and flat and solid. Let's go ahead and do a quad stretch. And working on our balance, but also stretching that quad. You need to cover your hand over a chair. You do that. Oh, it's been a while. Balance. Good. All right, very good. All right, so again, if you're taking a balance class with me, some of these might look familiar. So we're gonna do the tandem stance or Romberg stance. So I'm actually gonna take my shoes off for these. So just feet together, okay? Almost touching, about half an inch apart. And we're just gonna stand here. You might notice your heels or your toes trying to grip the floor, trying to prevent you from falling. Just stand here. Just go ahead and remain there. I'm gonna check the chat. All right, now we're gonna, again, same stance. Now we're gonna look left to right. Again, if we need a lot of work on our balance, you might feel your ankles shaking. Maybe this position you don't feel so safe on. Up and down. All right, and then now we're gonna close our eyes, okay? So if you don't feel safe, just make sure you separate your feet, make a bigger base for yourself, and you should feel a little bit safer. And of course, open your eyes. So close your eyes, breathe comfortably, 30 seconds here. Long breaths. All right, open your eyes. All right, let's elevate your right foot off the ground about half an inch, just enough where you can slide a piece of paper between the floor and your foot. So that left ankle might be a little wobbly, shaking. A little bit more pressure. Might even feel your calves tightening up a little bit. And switch. And relax. Very good. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and do our grab a chair. Let's find the counter. So we're just going to do a little bit of mobility around our hip. Again, you could use the bottom part of the chair or the top part, just depending on your mobility. If you feel like you're really tight on your hips, then you might just want your legs to go over the sitting portion of the chair. Otherwise, you're going to go a little bit higher. So pretty much holding on right here. I'm going to go ahead, standing parallel to the chair. I'm just going to go over, backwards. And I want to do 8 of each one. So you got that side down. We're going to switch. A little tighter on this side. They got a lot tighter on that side. All right. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and do our toe walks. No, yeah, we're going to do our toe walks. If you guys remember, these are going to be little movements that we do throughout our room. First one, we're just going to be off our heels on our toes. We're just going to walk around. We can walk around in a circle, in a straight line, back and forth, and do this for about 30 seconds. At this point, our toes in. Again, same movement. So now we're working on the medial side of our calves. We're gonna point our toes out. Your toes are pointing out. And then if you do have your yoga mat laid out, or if you have carpet, the heel walks that we're about to do will be a little bit comfortable or more comfortable there than on the hard floor or surface. So if you have a little soft area, you can do heel walks there. And again, that's gonna work on your anterior tibialis, which is that shin muscle. Be short little movements, but just make sure you're on your heel. Right. Up next, we're gonna do some walking stretches. So these are pretty much called dynamic stretches, and they're dynamic stretches because we're moving as we're doing them. Okay, so the first one we're gonna do is gonna be an ankle sweep. We're just gonna kind of walk forward, straighten out that front leg and sweep your hands. Good. Then take another step to the other leg. Just make sure that leg is straight. Down. You should feel that hamstring stretching. Pretty much you're stretching. This hind leg kind of bends a little bit. Let's do about 3 or 4 more. Pretty good. All right, next, we're gonna do, this is called like our shin walk or our shin hold. So pretty much we're gonna come up, grab our ankle, pull up, and transition. Pull, just bringing our ankle here, and then pulling towards our hip. And you should feel that stretch on the outside, like an active piriformis stretch. Very good. Next, we're gonna do some just standing stretches here. So we're gonna do hip openers. Okay, so standing hip openers, driving knee forward, out, back down. So again, our torso remains facing forward. Left hip just pop forward, out, down, forward, right. So do 7 or 8 on each leg. Again, so this is stretching our hip flexors, our groin area, and also helping us with balance as we're on one foot. All right, this next one's a little bit of strengthening as well. So this is going to be a standing Jane Fonda. Again, what we want to avoid here, again, a Jane Fonda, bringing that leg for a lateral side. You want to make sure that your toes are pointing forward. You don't want the toes to point to the direction where your leg's going, so you're not rotating your foot forward, okay? And then also, we want to make sure that we're not leaning as we're doing that. So you could easily do that, but the idea is to stay upright. Just kind of, okay. So let's do 8 to 10 on each side. And that's working out the outer muscle, adductor. And we're also on that one foot, so great balance work here. Good. Awesome. So you might feel your glutes being a little sore from that. So just to relax that a little bit, we're gonna go ahead and do one of our other standing balance stances. This is the tandem stance, so right foot in front of our left. And this is sometimes doing these, we'll do our left in front of our right. This is where you find out if one ankle or leg or arch is struggling compared to the other one. We'll just be here. And again, our base kind of changes here. Instead of being like a little square, feet next to each other, it's just like a straight line and run a tightrope. Now let's look left to right. That one usually gets people. Okay, now you'll really feel that outside part of your foot kind of wobbling left to right. All right, we're gonna switch. So now, now we're going up and down. So for me personally, my left calf, so the leg being on the back, is on fire right now. It's activating. So I also had a heavy leg workout yesterday, so I'd be surprised if some of that has to do with that, but maybe you guys are feeling that back leg. All right, so let's elevate that back leg. So just lift that leg off the ground. So we're just staying on that forefoot. Drop it. And then from here, we're just gonna close our eyes. And again, this is one where we separate our base if we're not feeling sick. So you might close your eyes. That left ankle of mine is shaking so much right now. It's normal. And these exercises will improve that. Relax. Very good. Awesome. Grab a little bit of water before we get parched down here. About half an hour into the class right now. Very good. Okay, so we're just gonna be here standing on our heels and then just motioning to our toes. We're just rocking back and forth. So heel to toes. Do about 15 to 20 of these. Counting both of them as one. About 5 more. Okay. Great. We're gonna go ahead and do our walk the tightrope. Okay, so just find the longest straightaway in your room. It might be diagonally going from one corner of your room to the next, or we're just gonna walk the tightrope. So again, and I'd like for you to do it on your forefoot, so off your heels. And then once you reach that end, we're gonna go backwards. And the slower the better too, so you don't wanna you start speed walking, then kind of lose the balance component there. So very good. Now we're gonna do our single leg round the clock squats. Okay, so for those, we're in the center of a clock, and we're gonna elevate our right leg, and we're just gonna tap at 12 o'clock, tap at 1 o'clock, 2, 3, go around the entire clock. Okay, we're gonna go clockwise and then counterclockwise with each leg. Okay, and then when you come to like 8 or 9, you gotta kind of come across and over. Once you've gone around, relax a little bit. You pretty much just did 12 little squats. That left leg might be a little bit tired. Just shake it out. All right, so same leg, but now we're gonna go counterclockwise. Okay, so 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. Back to 12. Good. 12 baby squats. 24 really on that left leg. All right, now we're gonna go clockwise or counterclockwise with our left leg. Okay, so left leg elevated, and 12, 11, 10. If you could even go lower and get a little bit more of a leg workout, that's fine too. If you can't get that low, that's also okay. Just trying to throw off our center of gravity a little bit. Okay. Every squat right now. All right, so now we're gonna go clockwise. All right, so 12, 1, 4, 5. Wow. Legs up. All right, we're gonna do our last tandem stance. So we just did our right in front of our left. Now we're gonna go left in front of our right. Okay, let's stand here 30 seconds. All right, looking left to right. Whoa. Up and down. All right, and then now we're gonna close our eyes. Again, if you don't feel safe, just separate the feet. And open them. Very good. All right, I don't know about you guys, but my legs are pretty warm right now. We're gonna go ahead and sit on the chair. Sit on the chair. And then now some of these we're gonna transition to kind of like what we used to do in mobility and flexibility. So we'll start off with our piriformis stretch. I'm sitting near the front of the chair. Let's push down on that knee slightly. Unless you feel a lot of stretching going on right now and you feel like that pushing down might cause pain, then hold that stretch still. You could add a little bit more to the stretch by pushing down on that knee. Lift that knee up. Right, switch. Let's push down. All right, let's hug it out. All right, we're gonna go ahead and do our ABCs with our ankles. Strengthening our ankles a little bit more. But if you have a golf ball nearby, little roller, tennis ball will do. Does anyone have one of these near their couch? They're just rolling out. No one, awesome. So yeah, so if your arches have pain, I would recommend setting one of these balls near your desk or your favorite chair where you hang out. Then you got comfortable. Wish I had like a lazy boy chair, kind of like so just make sure you're rolling. Let's find a tender spot and let's apply a little bit more pressure to that area. So now, shoot this with it. All right, let's find that tender spot. Awesome. That. All right, so next we're gonna go ahead and then do our stand up, our chair to standing up exercise. So this one, so we really find out, how good your quad muscles are, how stable your ankles might be, or if you have a lot of work to do. So We're just gonna sit near the edge of my chair. And I'm just gonna stand up, no hands. Yeah, that's what I want you guys to do. Doing this 10 times. So go ahead, begin. Do 10 of these. All right, that's 10 for me. And catch your breath. Bit of water. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and do our single leg standing. So pick a leg, whichever one. Gonna go right leg up and then up. Again, if you haven't done these, you might find these challenging. If this is your first time, maybe just do 5 of them. Or if you're having a really, really tough time with these, go ahead. Make sure you're safe. Go for 5. 6. Cool. Ooh. Jillian only let me sleep 3 hours last night, so it's a little tired. If you haven't noticed, my energy level is a little lower today. So let's elevate that left leg and then let's go up. Yeah, I thought he was being put down, but it turned out he just took a 3-hour nap at 8 o'clock and decided to play from 11 until about 1 o'clock. So then he woke up again at 4. And he does these like little jabs, but then he'll do like this, like clotheslines with the little fist straight to one of my eyes. Yeah, that's the first thing I remember waking up to. One for me. Whew. Awesome. Very good. Whew. All right, so next we're gonna go ahead and do some stretches and some work for our legs on the floor. So let's go ahead and set up our yoga mat. I have about 15 minutes left. Ooh. My neighbor across the way is not going to be happy with his son right now. Yeah, I think his son just turned 17, and so then you can use their car to run errands, to go visit friends and stuff. But every time the kid brings back the vehicle, something wrong with the car. And right now, street sweeping just passed by, and I got the alert that there's movement on my front yard, and their car is parked right in front of our house, so they just got a ticket. So, yeah, not a good way to start driving. So, all right. So what we're gonna do now is gonna be glute bridges. It's gonna be good for your glutes, your hamstrings. You're just gonna be laying flat on the yoga mat. And we're gonna do a couple of variations of these. So it's almost like if we were gonna do a sit-up, just come here, hips come up, squeeze the glutes, then back down. That's one. And just continue. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, we're gonna let our glutes relax a little bit, rest. We're gonna get on our side. We're gonna do clamshells. We're gonna tuck in our knees slightly. We'll run our side. Almost like when we do book openers, same setup. So our difference here is we're gonna separate the knees, make sure the feet don't come apart, then close them. And separate as far as you can. Close. Separate. And on each leg. When you open them, just try to keep that leg elevated before you step back down. All right, sides. Rotate or roll over. We're gonna more work on our abductors. So from here, another one we're gonna do is going to be our single leg bridge. Okay. So for this one, we're gonna elevate one leg. And I'm gonna lift by pushing down. So I'm lifting my left leg. I'm gonna stab my right heel to the floor. Lift my hips up, back down, up, up. Then seem a little bit more challenging. Oh man, that right leg is pretty deep. I think I'm just tired from yesterday's workout. All right, once you're ready, you can switch legs. The right leg up. Elevate. Up. Whew. Man. Alrighty. We got two more where we're done. Okay. For this one, we're gonna go ahead. This is the opposite leg, opposite arm. So Right leg goes back, left arm goes up, and then we're gonna tap my hand to my knee, and then extend back. I'm just tapping my hand to my knee. Again, remember it's opposite sides, opposite hand, the opposite right knee. I'm gonna go for about 10 to 12 of these. And once you've done 10 or 12, switch sides. So right hand to left knee. Release. All right, last one. We're gonna go ahead and do fire hydrants. So you're seeing my right leg here. I'm gonna bring that right leg up, down, and doing 10 of these. 3, 4, 5, 7, 9, 10. Switch. Sides. Seven, 9, 10. Whew. All right, so ladies. A little bit more relaxing type of workout, but still, well, at least for me, I don't know how you guys felt. How do you guys feel? Easy, maybe a little bit more effort than our mobility class, but not as I guess as challenging as our Monday class. So awesome. All right, so all we have left is our cool down. Okay, so go ahead and do that. So, over here, left go in, right back, forward. And we'll switch. Go ahead and figure 4. So right heel in, left leg out, grab that ankle, lean forward. All right, let's go ahead. Bring both feet in. Cross those legs, lean forward. All right, our last one. Left heel in, right leg back. Fine. Let's stretch and recline. Switch. All right. Yeah, not bad for a first day for this class. Um, for this class, but I would only other thing I would probably recommend if you don't have them already is the loop resistance bands, which I think most of you guys have them already. Just so we could do a little bit more lower body strengthening because most of our balance is going to come from our lower body. But outside of that, pretty set. Don't need much. Just have that golf ball, maybe a little rag here and there. So we could do our arch work for our arches, and that's about it. But any questions before we head out? Okay, all right. So if you guys could just do me the favor, and like I said before we meet, and next week we will be meeting at 9 a.m. I have to be across LA at 11:30, unfortunately. Yeah, the three
That's
videos.
on Wednesday.
Yes, Wednesday. Yeah. You always get announcements the night before if there's any new alert. But yeah, just letting you guys know next Wednesday will be at 9. Yeah, and sorry again for scheduling. So many things are just like conflicting, especially during track season. It's a headache when we're competition. It's summer is kind of chill, and then winter is kind of chill, but then spring, even fall is kind of chill, but spring is just, oh man, like it's a whole different animal. But appreciate you guys for joining in. The recording will be posted on the front page if you want to repeat it, or if you weren't here, if you just got here still. Any questions? All right, you guys enjoy your weekend. Stay dry out there. So take care.
Yeah.
All right, ladies.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye, Jackie,
guys.
Sharice, Carmen, Lisa, Sarah.
Have a nice weekend.
Thank you. Bye-bye.